stories, of course, we're watching for you are unfolding in KwaZulu-Natal. For one, Deputy President Paul Mashatile said to deliver the eulogy at Professor Sibusiso Bengu's official Category 2 funeral today. The service is being held at the main campus of the University of Zululand, and we've got a full team watching developments for us. Let's bring in now Ntlantla Kgatlhane, who's also at that institution and joins us now live. And Ntlantla, because of the amount of senior government officials who are there, I imagine there's also a very strong police presence.
Yes, well, a very good day indeed, Ayanda. I must tell you that since our arrival here, like you already mentioned, we have seen a lot of, senior ANC people and senior members of government just to come and, show their respect at this final sending off of Professor Sibusiso Bengu. But with me, Ayanda, I'm with Lieutenant General, who's also an acting National Police Commissioner, if I'm not mistaken. Just talk to us. We know that the President of the Republic, Cyril Ramaphosa, has afforded him a special official funeral Category 2. Talk to us with regards to what that entails.
Thank you, Ntlantla, and thank you very much for the opportunity, and to the viewers and the listeners at home. The Category 2 funeral means that it is going to be officiated by the President, and it will entail the police ceremonial element that entails, amongst others, the handing over of the national flag. The national flag in this instance is handed to a man or a woman who has contributed immensely to the development of the country, the contribution, the sacrifices that he has made. So it's the handing over of that flag in appreciation for the work well done by that particular individual, and in this case, the former Minister, Professor Bengu. Actually,
you just touched on a question that I wanted the clarity on in terms of, who qualifies to be afforded such a funeral.
You must work very hard for the country. You must give your sacrifices, your commitments that you have given to the country. In particular, your sacrifices in terms of the contributions that you have given to the country in so many ways. The heroes and heroines will receive the Category 1 or Category 2 funeral, and in this case, where you see the police ceremonial element, it's when it is Category 2 element.
Distinguish between the two, the difference between Category 1 and Category 2?
It is the determination that the President will make, and Category 1, it means it's going to be what the police are doing. The ceremonial element will be done by the South African Defence Force.
Well, thank you so much. Ayanda, there you heard it, acting police commissioner here saying that you need to work hard to be respected or honored with such a funeral. We know that since our coverage yesterday, a lot has been said about Professor Bengu, whereby, he was alluded as a man who, sacrificed a lot, the first black Minister of Education. I mean, a lot of, remarks were made with regards to the kind of person he was, others even referring to him as a seed that was needed during that important time when South Africa became, a democracy, saying that, the late global icon Nelson Mandela, and the first democratic president of the Republic of South Africa, couldn't, avoid him as he had played a role. But amongst his credentials, that he was also a political scientist, so studied abroad, had a PhD in, political science. And with that being said, as the proceedings continue, back to you in studio.
All right, Ntlantla Kgatlhane, live to us there from the University of Zululand in KZN. Thanks very much indeed. In fact, we expect the official funeral to start around 10 o'clock, and as soon as it begins, of course, we'll bring as much of that for you here on the SABC.